Welcome to Vibe with Vasudha, where access is granted to the chaos, confusion, and contradictions of the cool kids and virtuosos to see what makes them magnetic and maddening. And before I call my first guest, can I please have my jacket? It's freezing. My guest today landed his first banking job mid-flight, literally sitting next to one of India's biggest bankers. And you did spectacularly well at it. But then came the pivot. When he told his dad he wanted to become a designer, his father said, "You want to be a darzi for all the Delhi aunties?" Well, that darzi is now one of the most eclectic couture voices from India to New York. Designer, disruptor, and my friend Mayyur Girotra. Welcome to Vibe with Vasudha. Access granted.
Thank you. What all you make me do.
Okay, so Mayyur, we're going to start with my favorite story. The fact that you landed a spectacular banking job, 35,000 feet, with sitting next to someone very influential at the time. Should we take names?
No, we can't.
Okay. That sounds more Netflix than LinkedIn. So how did that happen?
My life is Netflix, darling. So, I think it was meant to be, and this is when I was all set to start flying, and it was, I think, my final round with Emirates, and cutting it short, the way it took turns, and I landed up in banking. I got this job on a platter. They trained me in Bombay in BKC for 6 months, and then here I was with ICICI as an investment banker in Dubai.
Can you give us a little bit of that conversation and give us some hints about who that person was? Just give like these tiny hints.
Basically, someone very known from banking industry, and they were like chit-chatting, and they were like, "You will do really well with us." And I was laughing, and I was like, "I can't sign a check. I literally don't know how to even play with numbers." I was so bad with mathematics. I left maths after 10th. I was a commerce student without maths. I was that dull in numbers and accounts. But I think I was trained pretty well, and I landed up doing a good job. I think I did pretty.
The rest was history.
Rest was history.
I didn't know. I mean, I learned this time when we were hanging in London that you were dyslexic. You were homeschooled in Delhi.
Kind of homeschool, not really. I used to go to school, but I was nowhere in the classroom. I really didn't know what's happening, and I think we didn't even know this term back then. People used to call it in different ways. My grandmother used to be like, "Oh, something has been done to our kid."
Because at that time nobody knew.
Nobody knew, but basically my mom could sense that my kid
was it like very Tare Zameen Par? Like you would
Oh my God, when everyone saw the movie, my mom and my sister were like, "Please make sure he doesn't watch it." It was, and I honestly used to feel words are flying and they are dancing, and why am I not able to grasp the sentence, and how are my friends able to read and I'm not able to read that well, and what is with books, and I used to always say the books are stinking and I don't like them, and so yeah, I had my own share of strong hurdles, I would say, and but you know, when your family is with you and you are protected.
And I've seen how your family is with you.
Yeah, so I think I've been fortunate, and I had very strong visual grasping
power. That usually happens, but I want to ask you, like in a city like Delhi, where everyone is in everyone's business, were you kind of shielded from that, and what did that little boy feel like when you made it in banking? You were like, "Aha, now I'll show everyone." Was
so you know, I never felt that aha. Because I didn't get into it for the fact that I wanted to show anyone that, oh my God. It just came to me, and I took it, and I went with the flow. I till date I'm that guy who goes with the flow. I'm like, okay, now let's see what today brings in my life and what's going to happen when I wake up.
You're
And
looking very good, by the way.
Acha,
Can
theek
we
hai,
talk
thanks.
about your look?
Nothing,
split
very
second
old,
since-
very old, but favorite Sandro jacket.
I hope I have matched your approval since you've only made me change 10 times since I have walked into
Did
your
I?
house.
Don't be mean. This
Yes,
was your first
since
look.
I wasn't
You
wearing
went
MG
back to the
couture.
look you wanted to wear. You didn't listen to me at all.
You know
But
me.
anyways, you're looking like a nice Delhi girl with your Loewe jacket and that chunky big, I don't know how many carats of emerald casually on a Tuesday morning in my house. So
We have places to go to.
I know. Oh,
just discussed.
obviously that's Vasudha Sahgal. How can she not have places to go to? So it starts from dropping kids to school and then having breakfast with some 10 girls. And then there's a lunch. Then she comes back home, changes, and then there are 2 more coffees. That's this diva from Delhi.
I am so nervous today. I wasn't so
Right.
nervous with Sohail. Sohail, I wasn't so nervous with you. Mayyur
But
just
I
made
was,
me
I
so
loved
nervous.
that. I loved that podcast. I love that guy.
Okay, so let's get back to like your banking journey. You do so well. You're in it for a couple of years.
Yeah, almost 10.
You're
Yeah,
at
it
the
was
top
my-
of your game.
I was
in
good.
Dubai.
How could I say that myself? But I was really pretty
I'll say
decent.
it.
Everyone was happy for me. And I was
And-
happy for my clients.
Okay, and you go home and you tell your dad you want to be a designer.
No, so basically it starts from, I told my dad much earlier during when I was finishing my high school and I was like, okay, now I was discussing my path and what I want to be and I was like, Dad, I want to be a designer, and he flipped and he was like, are you crazy?
Can I say
want
what,
to be a
can
da-
I say what he told me? He said,
Yeah,
he said you're going to be a darzi,
exactly.
like a tailor master for all the Delhi
Aunties.
So
And
I
then
have
he
a
used
question
to-
that I didn't ask you that
Okay.
time. Did that sting you or did that fuel you?
No, not fuel, because he won't understand. My dad he's a hardcore Punjabi guy.
I was just going to say.
And he comes from a different world and setup, and I cannot expect him to think like me. It didn't fuel me or something like that, but I was like, and that was a phase where my family was also going through some really major setbacks, and for me to be a rebel and do things which my parents are not aligned with was not really an ideal situation. And my dad was really going through a tough time, and I have seen him being a most flamboyant, fancy man and a riot. And I was like, this is the last thing I want to do to him. But again, me being me, I was like in my head, okay, fine, I'll go into hospitality. And then he was like, fine, go to London and do your hospitality. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go into hotels and hospitality and restaurants and I will do something. But in my head, I wanted to be like, okay, let me run away from this home and let me be a steward and let me fly. So I had anyways done my master's in German language from Max Miller. While I was finishing my graduation, I was also simultaneously pursuing German language. Later on in life, I became very good with languages. So German was one of my favorite languages and I started pursuing that. And I was like, okay, fine, now I'll club my hospitality and then the next
I
thing
didn't
is
know
I'll be
this steward
flying.
story. You've never mentioned it.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, let me
Thank
do
God
that.
we didn't lose you to the skies. I don't think I would be here every other week at some party or the other.
But
Thank God.
trust you me, I still sometimes feel, oh my God, I could do that. What would you like to have, sir?
Listen,
That's so
you're
amazing.
not the one who's serving. You're the one who wants to be served. So
yeah, I know, but no,
I don't
there's
know
a
if this
kick
new
and
Mayyur
a
is coming
high.
out for my podcast, but that is
So
not
that
true.
was that. Trust me, and that's why I was when I was like I was
Imagine
going for.
sitting on a flight and you serving.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have even known me, no? I would have been like,
Exactly.
Miss Sahgal, what would you like to have?
Was there like a specific moment you felt like this isn't my world anymore?
So should I be very honest with you?
In the banking?
In the banking, though the job looks very la-di-da and you are literally flying high and you are literally
Schmoozing.
one jet to another and then having your meetings literally
Sky high.
sky high, and I was not happy. My core is very creative. Deep within, there's this crazy guy who lives in wild
shit.
imagination
Look at this.
and who loves this whole. Within me, there are so many colors that I wanted to bring them out. And honestly, that's what my brand and label is all about. And for me, I used to tell my sister, I was the closest to my sister, and my sister was in Dubai. She was, she was living there then, and I used to always be like, you know what, no matter what, keeping the money part and all of this one side, I'm not happy. I am just not happy. And have you ever seen me wearing a suit, Vasudha, or a tie?
I don't think so.
Yes, because when I gave up my job, I gave up my dressing, that particular style of dressing. And even till date, when someone says it's a formal suit thing, I was like, okay, I can wear a suit, but I will not wear a tie. And all. I somehow just felt that 10 years of my life,
Yeah.
I've done this. And when I was watching Rock On. The next day was the day when I was like, okay, I told Karan, I was like, I'm done. This is it.
Well, thank God for that. Did any of like those banking skills secretly help you in fashion?
Oh,
Because it
yes,
was like from
yes.
spreadsheets to sequence, quite.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
diversification
the balance
strategy.
between numbers and my creativity is very strong. I don't know how good I am as a designer. That is for you guys to
Well,
judge.
okay, let's pause here. We're currently sitting in Mayyur's house, and I wish I could show you the entire house. It's like art on steroids in the most beautiful fashion. We're actually shooting in your room. And
Yes,
it's
we are.
stunning. Yeah, it's really my taste, Indian maximalism. We've
I'm
spoken about
that
this.
guy.
We'll
I don't
have
understand minimalism at all. Like, that's not my thing.
So in a sense, you had two big coming outs, okay? One was career, one was your identity. So what was easier to say, Mama, I want to design colorful closets, or coming out of your own colorful closet?
So, again, my sister helped me coming out to my mother.
Okay.
My father knew.
So your elder sister.
And my father was like, let's keep it under the wraps and all. And I was like, sure.
So wait,
For
your
the
sister
family.
told your mother first?
My sister told my mother first. I told her, now it's time, we should talk to mom. And she's
Because-
like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm very sure, because my mom, half her life, she just planned my wedding. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this.
A
And she
typical
used to-
Punjabi family.
Typical Punjabi. And then she used to pick these beautiful pieces and keep it, I'm buying this for your wife. And I used to look at my sister, I was like, bitch, you're going to get all of this. And you know I'm never going to get married. Stop making her buy any of this. And we used to have that inside joke that, why is mom preparing so much and then I'm not going to do this?
And dad
Unlike-
was told later.
Dad knew.
Okay.
My dad knew, and he was very supportive silently.
Uh-huh.
I think that was also one of the reasons he never wanted me to be a designer, because I just feel that he must have felt that, oh my God, it will be too much out of proportion. And first he being a certain way, and then secondly he wants to be a designer. So I understand where he was coming from.
What was it like being
Look at that fancy book of hers lying on my table. Don't miss that. Huh? She specially got 4 books.
We'll get
Should
to
I
that.
show you? Guys,
We will get to
do
that.
read this.
Mayyur, I cannot imagine a conversation like that, a coming out conversation like that with Punjabi parents being easy at all.
I just feel that my mom was a very smart cookie. So when
I
my
love her,
sister-
by the way.
Yeah, she's a
so
darling.
elegant and
So when my sister told
steals
my mom,
your show. Sorry.
100%. This is hello. We belong to her, and this all started with her, and
Yeah.
she's the seed to whatever is happening today, now.
Yeah.
So, so when my sister told my mom, and my sister told my mom that I want to talk to you about something today and about Mayyur and all. She's like, okay, fine. And then my sister's like, I just want to tell you that he's not going to get married. And mom was like, I just had a word with him few days back. And she's like, no, he will not, mom.
Was she in denial?
She was, absolutely. And then funnily, she even said that, oh, but he had girlfriends, and
Wait, did you?
I was very confused in my
'Cause we haven't discussed
school
this
and
ever
college
in
time.
detail.
Yeah, I was dating this girl, and
I didn't know that.
that's another episode of my life.
Wait, are you
Well,
guys still in touch?
We know each other well now, but we wish each other well. And then of course, I told her about everything I went through in life and where I finally landed. But then my mom also told her that, okay, I also know there's this guy who he is dating, but I was not too sure that he won't get married. So you know what happens in Delhi, in our society, Vasudha, is that lavender weddings are very common. We know there are kids, our friends, or people known to us who were pressured to get married, and just because either they are trust fund babies or family is pressurizing them, then they should have an
Who will
they
take
should-
the lineage ahead.
and heir to the
Yeah.
family and all of that.
Very common.
Very common. So basically, I didn't want to fall into that trap at all. No, see, having changing your paths and getting into finance is okay, and doing all of that is okay for your family, which is fine. I did that, but ruining your identity and playing with your life and someone else's life is not where I come from and I would ever do in my life. So that stand I had to take, and I had to fight for it, which I did. Thankfully, it was not very difficult because somehow when your parents have so much unconditional love for you, and they bottom line is for them to see you happy, they give up, and they
Yeah.
if sure, you know what I mean, right?
Absolutely.
And then
you were lucky. That you
I was
had-
lucky, but I have friends
Yeah.
who weren't.
Absolutely.
I know
You know-
people who are not. Obviously, we've discussed this, and I very silently run a NGO, but not a NGO, which is not being named. But I help a lot of kids who are closeted, and my mother speaks to a lot of parents who are very scared of they having single child, and the child is gay. And my mother talks to them. I help them. We have therapists on board who talk to them, and there are so many kids. In two-tier and cities, and who cannot afford therapy, we help them. So all this comes from how I have been brought up and how I had to come out of this whole situation, and how my family stood by me. And today we are so progressive that my family is also helping other parents understand.
I mean, you're saying this and it's also true because Punjab, I mean, it's not only Delhi, it's Delhi, Ludhiana, Chandigarh, and I don't know if this should be on the podcast, but a classmate of mine, and we come from privileged progressive families compared to the rest of India.
Absolutely.
And without naming, obviously, he was going to have this wedding. He was pressurized to have this wedding with this woman, and he took his own life a day before. And I'm sharing this now because he was in school with me, in Sanaa with me, and we got the news on our school chat. And it is the saddest thing, and which is why I feel like we are in 2025. But I mean, if we were to discuss, I feel like so many people aren't out yet. From
don't be-
traditional family businesses.
It's not about
you know.
Punjab, Chandigarh or Ludhiana. I live in New York. Literally half of the year I spend in New York.
I know
there
that,
are
yeah.
there are kids in New York. There are families
Really?
in New Oh my God,
wouldn't
you'll be
imagine that.
surprised. When I did my first Pride show, and I went for this talk at the Google headquarters, I met so many of them who were like, your talk has given us so much strength, and I think
Yeah.
maybe tomorrow morning I can go up to my parents and knock the door and tell them.
Yeah.
And I was like, in my head, I always used to feel it's us guys in
Correct.
India, but no. Now, in last 3-4 years, I have met so many. A
lot of American families are also very
Americans
traditional.
and Indian Americans and Chinese Americans who are still living that dual life, and they are
Yeah.
still in the closet. So, I mean, we still have a lot to do. There is, but basically, every small step is a step, right?
Correct.
My mom was like, oh my God, everyone knows about it. And my sister is like, funnily, yes, everyone knows about it. You need to know this. You know it, mom, but you need to accept it. And
Yeah.
then next day she came,
Acceptance.
she hugged me. She's like, there's nothing more than your happiness to me. You're such a lovely kid of mine. And I think we just kept it very short.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
life next morning became normal. And
I mean, I see Auntie
yeah.
so
Oh,
proud of
now
you
so she's
with
like
whatever you
completely,
do.
she's holding that flag,
Yeah.
and she's like the biggest cheerleader I
is
could have
amazing.
ever asked for.
Yeah.
And my aunts and my whole family was against this whole situation of mine. My parents were like, F.O., we are with our kid,
Yeah.
and that's more important. We are a family of 4 of us, and we need to understand that and have that core understanding between each other
Yeah.
in the house,
Look
rather
out
than
for each other.
look out for each other rather than seeing or worrying about what others are
Sure.
saying. So that gave me a lot of strength, and anyways, with that, I became a designer and I started my own label.
Yeah.
So all of this was happening hand in hand, and I think.
So you gave your parents drama. You gave their house a free makeover.
Oh, that I've been
And
giving
the
it
rest is
since-
history.
Free
We're
makeovers
here
have
now.
been happening since I was a kid.
So let's talk about the fashion world, okay? fashion is like a velvet roped world. Okay, you have limited entry. There are gatekeepers, and we know that, especially in Delhi. Who opened doors for you, Mayyur, and who shut them on your face?
Honestly, no one opened doors for me. If you're talking about the fashion world and the biggies, I don't have a memory where I would say that someone from the industry welcomed me and said, "Oh my God, what a beautiful, the guy is doing such beautiful work." Because when I started my label, I used to, since then I have been making some stunning embroideries, and I have been researching archives and then doing my
Sure.
stuff. I have not made some, I was not someone who's just woken up one day and didn't know what he's doing. Because I have dreamt of this and I was this guy since I was a kid, I always knew what my collections would look like.
Sure.
But I won't say that I had a big daddy or I had someone shooting or hooting for me. Definitely friends and family was my support. When I launched my first collection also, my aunt was the first one who did a beautiful pop-up for me in Punjab. So she's this one fancy aunt
told
of
me about
mine,
that,
you
your
know,
Masi.
my Masi,
Yeah.
and then she was the one bring the whole collection to me.
Yeah.
And then she invited all her crowd, and then I was sold out that day, and that gave me a lot of confidence. I still cannot forget that day. And we have common aunts who bought one of my
Really?
first
Of
few
course,
pieces.
my bua.
Yes, and so
She wore it at my cousin's wedding.
yeah, and then so there's so many of
Yeah.
so many. Yeah,
And she's
so
pretty glam, huh?
I know all the glam
Yeah.
crowd was there of Punjab. and
Shout out to Guy Bua. Really glam.
I don't think any big daddies were there or anyone from the industry was like, oh, this guy is a star, bring him up. In fact, they were, I don't even want to get into it so much because I just
Because
knew
we know those people.
we know those people,
Yeah.
and I just knew Vasudha that, and even I used to, obviously, who doesn't want to reach the stars? Who does not want validation? It's all a drama when we say that, oh, I don't want any validation. I am fine with my good work. I don't want, it's okay. Obviously, when I was doing good work and the right people were buying, thankfully, everybody wants everyone wants validation. Everyone wants their someone to be acknowledging and applauding their work. It's all a thing, drama that, oh no, I'll keep doing my good work. But I used to self-talk a lot that, you know what, just keep doing good work. Just keep doing good work.
I mean, let's face it, when you're
Yeah.
an artist, I write, you want validation. You're not doing it, you want people to read your work, consume your art, right? I mean,
Definitely,
Yeah.
there are two types of, I mean, I don't know how many types of people out there, but one is who can make art for self-consumption then.
correct.
There's the other one who wants to make art and make sure that it reaches the right audience and it's spread and it's really changing the world, and his art or her art is making a difference in that whole world. So where I'm coming from is that it's a cutthroat industry, and you have to choose your vices, and you have to choose how you want to play your own game and your own race and how you want to build it up for yourself. For me, because thanks to my banking background and investment banking background, I was very good with numbers. I had become very good with numbers, and with that, obviously, I was becoming creative, and I also knew that, you know what, I've given up such a big profession to chase my dream, and I better make sure that it balances out the whole thing, my business aspect and also my creativity, which I started achieving initially. I did, where it was like my client base was good, people were loving my work, they were buying my work. My visibility must have been very slow, but I think I like it now because I became that designer who was not available, who was not out there, who was not at fashion weeks.
I was just going to ask you, was being out of Delhi Fashion Week and Lakme Fashion Week a deliberate move, or was it honestly no access granted?
No access granted.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm being very blunt and honest about it, that initially I thought if you're a good designer means fashion week.
Sure.
For me, the definition of good designer was, that's how we all have been brought up, right? Oh, you are doing
course.
fashion week means you have been stamped that you are a good designer.
Yeah.
Which changed with me. I was like, no, if this XYZ is wearing my clothes and I am celebrated and today I'm doing these kind of weddings and everything, it does not matter. So what happens, it's a journey like Vasudha. What happens is that initially it will hit you, then you will go through that pain, but you are an artist. Your inner core is making art. You'll keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
Eventually you realize that, dude, your universe is way too big than what exactly you were looking at.
Sure.
So for me, it became much more than fashion weeks and life. So today I feel that that whole journey and whatever I went through and whatever hurdles have happened and whatever has not happened has really worked in where the brand is today. When someone comes and says you are a brand, like how you were saying the other day that Mayyur, how you were a brand, like if you know, you know.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, you
Yeah.
know how
Yeah.
I get that kick. Like, so my whole style of working, my business, my the way till date the way we work is very different than maybe a normal fashion house.
I mean, I know that.
And
There's
it works
so much
for us.
goodwill around your work, and I've seen that. And was there an aha moment when somebody approached you to design for them? Would you like to tell us?
I think many aha
Want
moments.
to mention
you know,
anybody that
even
felt like, oh my God, aha, I have arrived?
I have arrived, I would never say, because it's, you know, you would never, you write. For you, you've written a book and you'll be like, lovely, but now my next one. So,
But yours is more front facing. I mean, was there somebody who wore your outfit, a celebrity, an actress?
it's always,
industrialist.
yeah, there are many industrialists
of
who wear
course,
my
I know.
clothes, and they are very well received and recognized in our country and worldwide. And when I get messages from them that they love wearing my clothes, they really love the details that I put in my clothes. There's always a story to my garment. It gives me a high. Obviously, we all love when celebrities wear. I never chase celebrities, or I would never be like, oh my God, very pushy towards it. I always feel one thing. If it's meant for you, it's also seeking.
But a lot of celebrities are wearing your clothes. All that's just happening.
It's happening.
You know,
it
by
happens.
being true to your core.
Yeah.
Basically.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. Even, I mean, yeah, I think I've never been very pushy about any of this. If it's coming my way and it's like, because see, there's a charm when someone is loving your work and approaching you than you chasing somebody. It's very different. So that's how I feel is with me as an artist.
So we spoke about no access granted, but was there a toxic moment for you?
Toxic
Where
moment as
in the industry where you felt like, I want to quit? Was there somebody who was downright nasty?
There
And
have
we
been
know
people
it's very
downright nasty
competitive.
to me.
Yeah.
But why would I quit? It's my business, it's my label, it's my name. Why would I ever quit? There have been moments when people have been very nasty, but that's them. I have my own universe and I live in that universe. I'm the king of my jungle.
Luckily, I'm part of that universe.
Absolutely. You've always
Somewhere.
been, and we love what we do. We cheer for each other.
Yeah.
And I have so many, I'm blessed with good friends who cheer for me. So I see that side of the story. For me, even if I'm shaken for a second where I'm like, my God, this is a very toxic environment and what's happening, then I'm like, I'm not a part of this environment any which ways. I just have to do one thing. I have to move away from it and go back to the environment that belongs to me.
That belongs to you.
So that's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
As simple as that. But all this is a journey, Vasudha. I'm able to talk about this today because I think I have experienced all of that. The ups and the downs and the ups and the downs and the acceptance and non-acceptance and someone being rude and nasty and shutting doors for me on my face. But how you are conducting yourself and your business and your brand and what you make, collection after collection, is what makes you end of the day.
What is that in the middle of your dining table you have acquired now?
It's you're crazy.
I mean, I love everything, but did you need more stuff?
No, this is the installation I did for Hina's 50th birthday.
It's beautiful.
And then it
no?
was looking stunning, and I've not removed since then because my mom is doing something next week, and she wanted
Lovely.
with.
My birthday is coming.
I'm doing the decor.
You can gift me one of these stars, no?
Lovely.
You know, I'm the same style, same.
Mine just went. I haven't got a gift from you. It was.
I just realized.
It was last week.
I just realized.
Such a.
Oh.
Yeah, you still owe me a gift.
And
you know
what
that?
a lovely birthday I've had. I mean, what a lovely party I've.
Uh,
I owe you a gift. This is
you were
getting.
there. You were there at the lunch.
Of course, I was there. I ate all that dal bukhara
Yum.
and bukhara. You have my love and good wishes.
Ditto.
Where were we? Where were we? Okay, fashion.
We forget we are having a podcast.
Who do you think looks like the best in your clothes in terms of like an actor, actress?
Excuse me.
Do you have any favorites?
All of them.
I was
Nice
just
looks
going to
for
ask you, why aren't you like designing for Bollywood like films? Like, why aren't you costume
I
designer?
don't
Is
know.
not
So
your.
far, I have not. It is. I would
Okay.
love to do something like. I would love to do a nice Sanjay Leela Bhansali film, or I would love to do a film with Yash Raj Banners, but Adi directing.
Now that's like
that
epic.
epic. Like I would love to do a film with maybe Vishal Bharadwaj, but him directing, and also that those kind which are deep and which literally I have to do a core archival study and then make costumes.
Yeah.
Why not? I would love.
You know, before this, we were talking about people not giving you access. And I feel like we've discussed this a lot where, you know, when an outsider doesn't give you access is something which is okay, that person is an outsider. But when you taste a bit of success and you feel like maybe some of your friends who you felt would support you don't, how does that make you feel?
If you're talking about friends from the industry who you've recently made, forget about it. I have been in rooms where they're clapping on, like when you're there, they're just applauding and clapping for you. You leave the room and they're bitching your outfits, they're bitching you out and everything. So
That's the reality.
that's the reality. And I mean, even if I'm indulging in those kind of rooms and I'm going there, it's just maybe in the moment kind of a thing where you have to be there and you can't avoid it and you are there, so you are there. Your core will cheer for you. Your childhood friends, few of them, will cheer for you, who have always been there with you in your journey and who knew. Like my friends, I have these, I honestly, I have 3 to 4 closest friends. And they know about my dreams. They knew how I was so madly obsessed with design and fashion and how I wanted to do this since my school days. So every victory, everything that I go put up or it's out, they are the first ones to be messaging and cheering for me. And with time, in this industry also, you make beautiful friends. Vasu, you are one of my stunning, amazing friends.
I was just going to speak about how we became
how
friends.
we became friends, and
know?
how you, Arjun, so many
Yeah,
of others,
yeah.
you all are my buddies, where I can pick the phone
Yeah.
and we can discuss things, and where we all are standing and cheering and booking
Yeah.
flights for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I just have to call you and tell you, Vasu,
Yeah.
I'm doing this. And then my profession and this industry has given me some stunning friends. Some of my most amazing clients have become my closest friends. It's not even funny. But
yeah.
you know, and
can
it's,
imagine.
yeah. I like literally, I pick a call and we can talk about anything.
Yeah.
So again, everything very organic and
Yeah.
beautifully when it falls in your
Yeah.
lap
Yeah.
and in your life.
So I want to give a bit of
it grows
backstory
well.
about us. We
Yeah.
did this fun campaign.
Yes.
I wore one of your beautiful lehengas. And you know, but the first time I did come and meet you, you were very strict, huh?
When was that?
In your office, in your gorgeous office in Gurgaon.
Really? We
Yes.
met before?
And we,
Like
of course,
before in the sense,
when we were going to
before we
do the
did the
campaign.
campaign.
And but I think we hit it off in the first 10 seconds because we had common friends. It was
Oh
not
my
only
God, yes,
Arjun,
I
but it
know,
was
I know,
Sid
I
and
know,
it was
I know.
all these
Yes,
people.
yes,
And now
yes.
cut to now where we're doing holidays in London. We've just had a shopping spree in Harrods,
Man.
where again we bumped into your clients at
That
Harrods
was-
Cafe, literally sitting next to us.
Yeah.
Your clients are everywhere.
That's
To Garba
I
night
love
in
the
Bombay
sound of
right
that.
now, where again you are a close friends, where you did the whole production, you did the decor. I was going to come to now interior decor. You made it look like you had an army, but it was only you. How do you do that? How do you make it look so effortless?
Because it is effortless for you.
Okay.
When you have a knack for something and you're obsessed for something and you're passionate about something, it's effortless.
So is it decor next?
No, I think for now, decor I did for Priyanka and Sonali. They are my buddies, and they were like, we want a very MG
Like our,
setup.
our very common,
Our very close
friends.
friends. They are like
Yes.
literally like family. And but I'm very passionate about
Yeah.
interiors right now, and I'm doing some phenomenal projects, and I'm very excited once they are all ready. Uh, Decor, I think maybe very special occasions for very few people who I know personally, but not getting into it fully.
Mayyur, I still don't know this. Do you have a thick skin for this business?
What do you mean when thick skin for this business?
I mean,
said?
you need to be a little bit desensitized to a lot of things that happen. I mean, are you sensitive? Are you very sensitive, or are you thick-skinned when maybe something isn't?
I'm generally a very emotional guy. I mean, I'm not a very thick-skinned guy, if you want to put it like that. But at the same time, I'm not available and vulnerable, or like I'm emotional in terms of my work, my family, my few friends. So I know where I have to guard myself.
Are you thick-skinned to criticism?
Yeah.
Okay. What about people copying your designs? We've discussed this.
Oh
And
my
there
God.
have been
Yeah,
so
yeah,
many
yeah.
copies
Oh,
in Delhi.
So many. Recently, one of
what do
a
you feel
very
about that?
renowned designer has literally copied my entire style and concept and colors, and I was like,
Have you come
bravo.
face to face with him?
I just don't know. I just don't think I should be doing that. I'm like, just
Yeah, well, imitation is the best form of flattery, but not
Absolutely.
when it affects your
I don't
business,
think,
you know?
there's something very interesting which I have realized in last few years. Original is original, and the one who wants to wear you will wear you, no matter what. If they know that this is the origin of the design, this is the mother of the design, and they want to go to that, they will. There are 10,000 copies of everyone, but the one who has to wear that name and produced and the energy of that designer, it's a lot about energy.
What do you look for in a friend? We've spoken so much about friendship.
Loyal.
Okay.
When what's happening behind your back is very important. I just know that if you're in a room and someone is protecting your name, is your friend, nothing else matters. You can have just two friends, but you need to have those two friends who stand for you, who are there for you, who are protecting you. I think loyalty is everything. What is there? The base of everything is loyalty. If there's no loyalty, there's nothing. Everything is going to be shakeable. We, as a community, no one can thrive and live and have a day-to-day life. You need loyalty. Don't you need loyalty with your staff? Don't you need loyalty with your
100%.
kids, your parents? The same is with friendship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where there is no loyalty,
Yeah.
there is nothing. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's all going to be in shambles.
Loyalty and authenticity.
Absolutely.
Where you told me in London how I was vibrant one day, and then the next day you were like, you know, I was a little like,
Yeah, but now I know you. You are like that. You can
Moody?
you become that in 15 minutes, like 5 minutes ago.
well, it's.
She's going to
I
kill
think
me.
it comes with the domain of being creative, you
Yeah.
know. Yes, I was going to say that our friendship is not very old, but I feel like I've known you forever. My family loves you. My mom, my sister. You have this like vibe of connecting with, you know, every age group. And you just answered what do you look for in a friend. But you know what we never talk about? So like we've spoken about your almost perfect career, we've spoken about your almost perfect friendships, we've spoken about your almost perfect house. We haven't spoken about romance. I actually don't know. What do you look for in a partner, and where are the partners, Mayyur? Where have you hidden them?
I'm not looking.
In that
I wish.
closet,
I wish
which
there
opens
were
with
few.
just your finger.
I wish.
He's a close friend, but I needed his thumbprint to go into that cupboard and like literally change my clothes for this. So where are they?
I'm not dating anyone right now. I'm single as single could be.
And very cryptic about it. There's this 4-poster bed like right opposite us. This friend of ours, common friend of ours, said Chandi wala 4-poster
Oh
bed. That
God,
was Prateek's
Prateek.
one line.
calls it a
And we
Chandi
are
ka bed.
wondering, after those fantastic parties he has, stone cold sober, sees us all unravel. When we go home, is that when your wild side comes out?
Wild side
Tell
will
us.
come out with whom, darling? You leave with you're the last one to leave.
What about? Okay, so your sex life. If we had to like sum it
Vasudha,
up.
you seriously want to
Yeah,
talk
me-
about my
Me,
sex
the biggest
life?
prude. Like I am like Charlotte from Sex in the City, but we need to do this for this podcast. The things we need to do. I took your advice. Should I do this podcast or not? You said when you
Yeah,
call me for your
that- you're so good
pronunciation
with
advice,
it.
I ask you for podcast.
That will go on
advice.
forever. Did I pronounce it right?
Did I? Should I really be doing this, sitting here on your couch and discussing your sex life? Okay. So, in one word,
Very shy.
is it?
I'm not
Is
sure.
your love life couture, a sample sale, Pret? In one word.
Couture, darling, couture.
And what do you like?
Back in the day, it was on sample sale.
And I have a feeling you must be really vetting your romantic partners. Like if he walks in Zara and all, you're going to be like, why is he not in MG
No,
couture?
Baba, I'm very basic that ways. My heart lies in simplicity.
I was just going to ask you, is it the simple things or the grand gestures?
Simple.
Okay. So like
I'm
candles.
simple. My core is simple, Vasu.
A
Don't be
playlist
mean.
which will be very complicated.
But come on, come on, all this is different. It's like, okay, I love collecting things and all of that is different. But my core is simple. I love simple things. I love simple food. I love.
Okay.
Don't be mean.
Okay. Has your like career, the fashion, the travel, the spotlight made love easier to find or kind of harder to
Harder.
navigate?
Harder.
Okay.
I have dated, I won't lie, and it didn't last only because of my travel
Okay.
and the life I lead. And I think I just could not give much time to it. And as much as we all want love in our life, even I want love in my life, I couldn't let the love stay. Like, if I have to travel, I have to travel, right? And if there are certain things that my job demands, I have to do. And there's a certain way I actually live also. And, back in the day and today, things are very different. I have dated this guy for 8 years. And those
And I'm hearing about it today.
No, you know about this. So please, you know about this.
I don't know the guy.
You need some tablets, memory capsules or whatever they are called. You know about
I'm
this.
hungry. I'm dying to eat.
And
food
then
in
now
your
I
house
just
after
suddenly,
this.
now I feel that, it's very different. We want partners in our life, but it's like how they say these days, situationship. It has to suit your situation. And
I
situations.
can't imagine you in a situation.
I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy.
That's
You're
what I'm
far
saying.
more
But
sensitive.
I am just saying that I just suddenly somehow.
Situationship, sorry, I have to cut you there, would mean like he will not come for your Diwali party and you will mind it. You're that person.
But I am that guy.
Yeah.
So
So
basic-
situationships are out of the window.
Yeah, and
Let's just throw it out of this.
no, I'm just saying these days
Beautiful
everyone
window.
likes situationships.
Do they?
I am not that guy of
We should take a
situationships.
poll.
But at the same time,
Guys, what do
I
you think?
also feel, yeah. Go
What
ahead.
do you guys think? We have one Gen Z here. You're millennial like the rest of us. Okay, sorry. Put
So
you on the
yeah,
spot.
so I'm like, I just feel that it needs a lot of commitment, time, and as much as I try to give it, I am not able to succeed. And
Now don't sound so sad. I'm
I'm
sure
not
we'll
sad.
find somebody for you.
no, yeah,
Or
definitely.
you will find, you're very capable.
I'm not looking, but yeah, I think.
I wanted to introduce you to that one friend of mine in New York.
Yeah, but you've been
take
saying
names.
that since forever.
You don't like him.
Oh, okay. No, I'll give it a miss.
Okay, so this is the favorite part of my show called Almost Perfect but Mostly Not. This is the plug of my book. It's an ode to my latest book right
Yeah,
here.
basically, guys.
I plugged it in
Oh,
very seamlessly.
By the way, on a serious
I must
note,
say,
one must read the book. I finished it off in my flight and it's really fun. It hits you and it's good humor.
Getting signed copies, huh?
sure, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so, like while some friendships like ours seem picture perfect literally with like our amazing Instagram pictures, life rarely is, okay? Fashion, career, romance, what looks flawless on the outside is like, has a little bit of chaos stitched in, So let's peel back the sequence and you have to give me like a quick answer for this. Mayyur, let's get into it. What's the most almost perfect but mostly not thing you do on an average day? Or what's the most almost perfect but mostly not thing about you on an average day?
Not waking up early.
Okay. Very.
Yeah.
That's good. Even Picasso woke up late.
Yeah.
Let's
I think
just
I'm not that
say you're on the
early
right
morning.
trajectory.
As much as I want to, I don't.
Same.
Dude, as much as I want. And if I do, I'm sleepy the whole day. There's
Same.
something wrong with me.
We're meant to be friends. Okay, so what's that one collection of yours that looked perfect on the runway but was like a backstage full jugaad? If you want to tell us.
I don't do fashion shows.
Well, you have done it in New York Pride.
I think
And?
jugaad, not with clothes, but yeah, we did a lot of jugaad when I did Pride at Rockefeller Center.
I was
So
just gonna
the
get to
green
that.
room was in one corner of this of the city, and Rockefeller was on the other.
Right.
And traffic in New York is mad.
Crazy.
Models were dressed and running towards the venue.
Right.
It was a full chaos, and we still laugh at it. Like 35 models running to Rockefeller Center.
Insane.
There was a tiny green room for
Yeah.
touch up at Rockefeller
Yeah.
Center, but we didn't have a full on thing. So we had booked some other place, and there was quite a distance. And
What was New York Pride? What was opening for NYC Pride like?
oh my God!
Iconic?
Iconic. It was just because it was what I wanted all to do. It meant so much to me, and so many queer people came together to just do the show with me, and everything was falling in place, and it was full of there was a synchronized energy.
So Pride is like party and protest.
Absolutely.
Would you say your designs are like artistry with a bit of activism?
They are, right, because they have a very strong language in its own. Like even today when I make a collection, it's a very India proud collection.
Yeah.
It hits you hard. It's like taking you back home.
Sure.
The brand is so India proud
Yeah.
that it's really you cannot take away from any of our piece. You
Yeah.
see a piece and you're like, okay, shouts
Yeah.
and screams made in India.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. If you were to like design one outfit which was almost perfect but what mostly not, what would that look like?
Trench coat.
Okay, with one sleeve? I would wear it.
Yeah, and in a Indian textile,
Okay.
but yeah, very whacked up.
Who's one designer, and please take a name, who's almost perfect but mostly not in terms of his marketing is perfect, but mostly not in his karigari and behavior. Anything you can tell us?
Marketing is perfect and not karigari. Dude, Vasudha. No, I will give you another example of a
Okay.
good one.
Okay.
Abu and Sandeep, I love, So since I always say they are the first generation of fashion in our country. And I've lived seeing and feeling and touching their work with my mom, had some of the most finest chikankari saris from them and all. And I was obsessed as a kid, the way they had this whole grandeur, their house, even till date, their home is beautiful. And I was obsessed with them. And I think they were my silent teachers because I've not studied fashion. For me, fashion was Vogue and these magazines and flipping through pages and waiting for Filmfare Award and just waiting to see who wore what in the movies and which Devdas and all of that. So for me, in a good way, perfect but not so perfect is them because what they make, they live like that. It's one.
Right. Is your life like this big Kejo film set
No.
like we see, or you like that simple boy in pajamas?
I'm a simple boy who loves doing parties for himself. I dance the most at
Stone
my
cold
parties.
sober.
So for me, yeah. And for me,
Seeing the rest of us just
But I've been
unravel.
like that, no,
Yeah.
Vasu? Even
Yeah.
music festivals,
Yeah.
I go, I
Yeah.
mean, I would go
Yeah.
and I'll be tripping on music.
Yeah.
I'm a tripper. I love music. For me, Bollywood music laga do and I'm just done. So I'm that guy. मेरे लिए parties at home is also because I want them. I want
Correct.
to laugh, enjoy, and just trip and dance.
Okay, let's get to your dirty secrets.
Oh my
Huh?
God, this woman is scary.
Uh, do you have like orgies on this four-poster bed?
You think I look like an orgy wala guy?
I don't know what to think.
I have obsessions with four-poster bed. I think it's past life. I must have been some queen of some palace. No, I'm a romantic, wild romantic.
Pile
I'm
romantic.
not an orgy guy.
Okay.
I mean, I would just get lost and be sitting on in one corner and watching others play.
Does all that really happen in the fashion circle though?
Why are you so mean to me? I've heard. I've not
Okay.
attended any.
Okay.
I've heard there are few who do some crazy parties.
Yeah, you've always been doing the things your way, so.
Yeah, my way or highway.
So, did you get lucky in Bombay after Garba night?
No, I literally didn't do
Since
any
you-
dandiya. I was so exhausted.
And why do you always delay New York? Is there a secret lover we don't know about?
Lover, yes. Secret, no more. I was off and on with this guy.
Name?
And no, I can't take names, darling.
Just
Yeah,
everybody will know.
No need to make him so famous. He's not there in my life anymore.
Do you work with people who make you sign NDAs?
Yes, I do. Stupid girl.
I mean, fair. आपके हिसाब से fashion world exploitative है?
Yeah, very.
I don't know why I moved to Hindi.
It's very rampant in this world.
Okay, no, but seriously.
Not our world, in fashion world, I would say. Yes, it is. And not only girls, but even guys are really exploited. They are.
Really?
They are.
In what way?
In the way you are exploited for work.
I would not have imagined
It's
like
weird and
we
sad.
always speak about women getting exploited and we don't cheat. We don't turn the gaze to a male perspective, and that's interesting.
No,
to
no,
kind
it's
of,
there and it's very it's hardcore there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sad.
Mayyur, like body image issues where we are trying to be very inclusive of all sizes. Have we really gotten there as a fashion industry, or is that just literally something that we like to say?
See, Baba, there is a thing in here. Some of them just want to do it and they'll add one model to the whole thing that, okay, we've added it. And there's something like practicing it.
Yeah.
Like you can make out that the language of the brand only is like this, that, okay, size does not matter.
Right.
And then there is someone who's like really just, oh my God, it's the topic of the season.
Right.
So, we need to have these two models added, but they don't care about it. Back end is like something else only. So, to each its own when it comes to that.
You had a store in New York as well.
Yes.
And has there been any like walk-in exciting celebrity or person that has picked up your clothes?
You know, Vasudha, you know the answer, of course, but I'm going to
Yeah.
share it. We had
Wait, I think you told me. Sarah
yeah,
Jessica
Sarah
Parker?
Jessica
Oh my
Parker has
God.
one of the very beautiful outfits of mine. And
Okay, she's iconic.
she's
I feel
iconic.
like
I hope she wears it soon.
I hope she wears it in like the sequel of her new show. That
So
would
basically,
be iconic
it was picked by her for Sex and the City last
then?
season, but she ended up wearing someone else, and
Okay.
till the last minute, I was like, okay, this is happening. But she was obsessed with the outfit she chose, and she picked. That was her choice,
Okay.
and then the production picked something else for her.
Sarah Jessica Parker, if you're listening, we're waiting to see you in MG.
I'm waiting too. I love her. I love you.
Has someone like made a pass at you in the fashion circle, which made you uncomfortable?
No, I'm very happy.
Okay.
I accept all
Are you the
passes.
passer or passee?
I would never complain. Bring it on.
Like it. Okay. This could be a little bit tricky for
But you
for
have
me to
been
ask.
tricky since the inception of this podcast.
Have any Delhi aunties hit on you? Like not
Oh,
knowing
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
orientation, maybe
many.
discount milega?
No, discount, nahi, but many have. Yeah.
Have you ever disagreed with a major like client or brand?
Yeah. I have. Especially a client, like not a client, few clients.
Okay.
Where they try to become the designer and they want me to design something full of disaster. I can't.
But you've also had some great collabs, like with Diya Mehta Jatia, who's a great stylist. I personally viewed that collection and I thought you guys were really in sync. How easy or hard is it to kind of collaborate with a stylist who has made her own mark? What was that like for you?
See, we were on the same page since day one. She was anyway shopping for her sister
Okay.
from me, and they were shopping for that big wedding. And through that process, we both were anyways very comfortable.
Yeah.
And then the collab happened, and it was not a painful collab for me. My creative juices were flowing.
Correct.
And there was nothing that she was really interfering in
Right.
and all. And then she, in fact, digged in so much of my archival
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like the denim on Zardozi I
I
had
thought
done
that was magic.
I had done in Paris for
Yeah.
Namaste France at
Oh.
my fashion show at the Eiffel Tower. And that was the denim collection. And then
Yeah.
she was like, let's bring it back
Yeah.
and revive it and
Yeah.
do it. So, and she's my buddy now.
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah.
worked so much. After that, we took the collection to New York. We had a fashion show in New York.
Yes.
And we've now also
Yes.
lately created some of the most beautiful pieces for
Yes.
them and the family. Very fun, like easy.
Correct. You know, not a lot of people understand the prices of couture, Mayyur. Like, if we can decode that and give them a bit of access there. You know, I know when I bought that denim, I was investing in a piece of, like you told me, a Tom Ford, you know, you denim.
The quality
quality
of the
was
stuff,
as
we
good
had
as something.
imported that whole
Yes.
denim, and
So-
we educated everyone that what exactly are they
Absolutely.
buying, and you were buying real, like,
Correct.
purest form of Zardozi on denim.
Absolutely.
And these are heirloom pieces. This is not like a seasonal piece which you are
Right.
buying in 2025 and next
100%.
year when you wear it, it's off the rack or off season. No.
And so, you know, do people understand that? Do they understand that you're giving them something that sustains?
See, the
or
ones
do you
who
struggle there?
The ones who buy couture, our clientele usually
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
And who understand embroideries and who understand what it takes to make stuff like this, they do respect what they are buying and they do value it.
Do you feel the trickle-down nature of Indian couture, where our karigars work for very, very long? I mean, let's take one piece of example. Like, let's take an example about one lehenga, a worked-up lehenga, say what I wore for Garba night. How many hours of labor does that
So that's
have?
somewhere around 200 hours.
Correct. And now I know someone like you who has great respect for your karigars. The trickle-down effect exists there, where you're looking after those karigars. But do we see that as in the Indian couture landscape? Are we seeing that?
So
Or-
very interestingly, things are changing, Vasudha, and our fashion house, and we have an ecosystem. For us, fashion is beyond making beautiful clothes, and eventually this has happened. We now not just work for making good garments, we are working for our artisans. My mother personally is looking after their kids, making sure they are going to the right school, making sure they are having medical facilities.
important.
This is very important because they are now with us since last 12, 13
Right.
years, and they have been stood by us and they are there with us. And even the setup that we have done in Jodhpur, our factory,
Yeah.
and the weavers and the artisans that are working for us over there, we have full canteen for them.
Right.
They're working with us. We have an infrastructure to make them very comfortable, looking after them and supporting them in different ways and making sure that they don't feel exploited.
Right.
So as a part of Mayyur Girotra Couture and MG House, we are, this is our world and our ecosystem we are living in, and it's become bigger than our brand for us because we have so many employees with us now who are our family. And I think a lot of this is changing, not just with us, with many other fashion houses as well,
Yeah.
who are taking this thing very seriously, that not just about our product, what about our back end?
Absolutely, you know, and when you highlight the work hours, I think it's so important to highlight
Yeah.
that 200 hours of a person working with hand on your one,
Absolutely.
you know, outfit. You know, when you see copies, and that is the difference between machine made and handmade
Handmade.
for a lot of and that is what you're buying into, which a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
Um,
No, but
and
educating the client is very important. So you
Correct.
know our new process, like when we are now we are launching bridal and our high-end couture. When you're buying a piece, we give you the video of the making, how your piece was made.
Beautiful.
So it's it's
Very
amazing that the client is getting that textile and that product with the video and a
That's
clip.
stunning.
That how and who made your thing.
Lovely.
So you know when we give them the whole process, and we are like, this is going to stay with you as a memory. This is just to give you as a client ownership of a very beautiful piece, which is going to stay with you forever. You're not going to treat it just like a garment picked up. You paid money and you picked a piece. No, you know the value of this, what has gone in to make this piece.
So I really have to ask you, since you're getting into bridal, who is that one person you'd love to do, who's like wedding trousseau you'd love to design, like your wish list?
Suhana.
What a good answer.
Yeah, I think Suhana.
I don't think she's going to get married anytime soon, but I think she
Whenever,
would do a
but
beautiful
she's
bridal
such a
shoot.
lovely girl.
Yeah.
She's brought up so beautifully and she's so
Yeah.
well mannered.
Okay, I have the biggest crush on Shah Rukh.
Okay.
I kind of thought-
Everyone who does not.
Who does not? But I kind
And
of
he's
actually.
looking so good now.
Yeah,
Like even
he's
like
looking great.
there's something that is really shining about him. And
As
it's
a
lovely.
kid, I was like convinced I don't mind being like married to him.
I think
And I
every girl and
calculated
every
the
gay guy
age.
wanted to do that.
Yeah.
You remember
But
that?
Suhana
There
has
was
a
a
fab
culture of
choice.
posters and we used to have these posters in our rooms. I used to have Shah
Yeah.
Rukh.
He's a
Khan.
Delhi boy.
Yeah, of course, I know that.
He's
a
in
Delhi
Columbus.
boy. Yeah,
My dad's school.
yeah, even Gauri.
Yeah.
They both are like,
I remember the first time I met him, I was just like, oh my god, you're from Columbus. And he's so charming.
so Suhana, I really like her. Like, I think she is going to grow into that beautiful actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looked fab.
She's
in
looked
MG
fab.
Couture. What's one fashion?
She wore my outfit. She did.
Oh,
look
she
fab.
did?
Yeah.
For what?
She wore for Radhika's wedding. No?
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people were in MG for that wedding.
Yeah.
What is one fashion trend you want to just ban?
Feathers.
I'm with you. And feathers on the red carpet without taking.
I don't know
any
feathers on sari, feathers on lehenga, feathers. I just don't understand feathers. I'm sorry. No, I don't understand feathers.
Why do we take the most beautiful women in this country and not drape them in something that is an amalgamation of traditional and contemporary and dress them in feathers? I agree. We can have a
Yeah.
discussion about that after lunch.
I know.
Yeah.
We can go on and
Yeah.
on.
When are we going to Cannes? I am just adding myself in your
These days you can pay and go to Cannes.
That is also extremely
Half of the world
interesting.
is paying and going to Cannes.
You know, and I'm wondering what they're doing there, because I mean, Cannes was a celebration of filmmakers, writers. I write a bit, so I feel like
Now it's a ticketed event.
It's a
You just
ticketed
pay.
event.
Everything has become ticketed.
yeah. But what is in it for a designer? I would really want to understand.
If
Would
you are-
you pay a high-end influencer to wear your design at
I
Cannes?
would anyways never pay any influencer. Firstly, I've
Okay.
never paid any influencer. For me, I just feel that I just don't believe in it. I'm not that, like, I respect it too much that it's just that off the rack you going somewhere and you're wearing it. I do dress up few of them. Either they are my very dear friends or I believe in them being purely fashion icons. Like, I know this one will be draped into it and she will do full justice, or I want to. But otherwise, every day I get messages and requests, which
I can imagine.
that hi, I would, and then with authority they would
Yeah.
ask for a thing, that as if it's a favor they are doing on me. And this whole this whole this whole concept of them just asking for things from you and sending it across and them
Yeah.
wearing and then making it sound like they've done a favor on you. I'm not that guy. My brand is not that.
Sure.
We are not that so readily available.
I'm so flattered you always want to dress me.
Vasudha, because you are a lady with substance, you are a writer, and
This
you
is
know,
why he's my first guest.
I am
Needed
sorry,
my
but there is a lot to be really, there's a lot to applaud when it comes to you. You could just have been chosen to be a homemaker as your full-time profession, but there are 10 different things you do, and And you are also not just wearing my clothes, you are also a very good client of the brand.
Okay.
So it's not that you're taking.
Keep the speech ready. Okay.
Okay, done.
Was there, Mayyur, anyone who put pressure on you and that was like very difficult to like say no to, maybe like a political figure in the underworld?
No, I have not gone that far. Oh my God, this sounds only very scary to me. No, there has never been. Even the political people, whoever has come to me and gotten clothes made, have been full of like dignity.
I think I'm watching too much of bads of Bollywood.
Yeah, I think you are.
Shah Rukh. My mind is
How
just
was it,
like,
by the way? I haven't watched it.
fantastic.
Really? Yeah?
Very good show.
Okay.
I want to write a show like that. Okay.
Okay, done. Cut it. Thanks.
Mayyur, thank you so much for having us.
Oh my God, I don't even know how I performed. This was my first podcast ever.
I think you're good with your firsts.
What?
Let's just.
Yeah? Let's
Yeah.
see. Thank you, madam.